This is a fascinating story where history, faith, and archaeology all intersect.
For the first time in centuries, researchers have uncovered what's believed to be Jesus' tomb inside the Church of the Holy Sepulchre.
Received a call from Dr. Amos Klona saying to me, there's a tomb which Joseph Gatt is excavating. Would you be willing to hop along and investigate, help him record the tomb?
Jesus has died and has resurrected. This is the place. This is the place where Jesus was resurrected.
Because I'm a Christian Orthodox and I am working in Greece in monuments like this, but this is a specialized project, very specialized project.
After centuries of speculation, archaeologists have finally unsealed the tomb believed to be Jesus Christ's final resting place. This unprecedented access to one of Christianity's holiest sites has sent shockwaves through both scientific and religious communities. What lies within could rewrite history books and challenge long-held beliefs. Did they find evidence supporting the resurrection, or perhaps something that contradicts biblical accounts entirely? As the marble slab covering the tomb was lifted for the first time in millennia, the world held its breath. Centuries of searching. For nearly 2 millennia, the search for Jesus' final resting place has captivated scholars, pilgrims, and adventurers alike. This quest has led to the discovery of several potential sites, each with its own compelling story and historical significance. But how did this search begin, and what unexpected twists has it taken over the centuries? The journey begins in the 4th century with Roman Emperor Constantine I and his mother, Helena. In 326 AD, Helena embarked on a pilgrimage to Jerusalem, driven by a desire to locate sacred Christian relics. Legend has it that during her visit, she discovered what was believed to be the true cross, the very cross on which Jesus was crucified. This momentous find sparked Constantine's interest in uncovering more holy sites. He ordered the demolition of a temple dedicated to Venus in Jerusalem, which was believed to have been built over the site of Jesus' crucifixion and burial. As workers cleared the area, they uncovered a tomb that many believed to be that of Jesus himself. Constantine wasted no time in commemorating this sacred spot. He commissioned the construction of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which would become one of Christianity's most revered sites. The church was designed to encompass both Golgotha, the site of the crucifixion, and the tomb where Jesus was said to have been buried and resurrected. Over the centuries, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre faced numerous challenges. In 614, it was damaged when Persian forces invaded Jerusalem and seized the true cross. The Byzantine Emperor Heraclius later negotiated its return in 631. The church suffered further in 966 when a fire, ignited during anti-Christian protests, consumed its dome. Perhaps the most devastating blow came in 1009 when the Fatimid Caliph al-Hakim ordered the complete destruction of the church. However, the resilience of the faithful prevailed, and the Byzantine Emperor, Constantine IX Monomachos, financed its reconstruction in the mid-11th century. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre played a crucial role in the Crusades, serving as a rallying point for Christian forces. After the First Crusade captured Jerusalem in 1099, the church underwent extensive renovations. The Crusaders transformed it into a grand cathedral, incorporating elements of Western church design while preserving its sacred core. While the Church of the Holy Sepulchre has long been venerated as the site of Jesus' burial, it's not the only contender. In recent decades, archaeologists and researchers have identified several other potential locations, each with its own intriguing evidence. One such site is the Garden Tomb, discovered in 1867 by General Charles Gordon. Located just outside Jerusalem's city walls, this peaceful garden setting features a rock-cut tomb that some believe could be the true burial place of Jesus.
In the garden, a new tomb. It was into that tomb that the body of Jesus was laid. Millions of people around the world believe that this garden is that place.
The Garden Tomb gained popularity among Protestant Christians as an alternative to the more ornate Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Another controversial site is the Talpiot Tomb, discovered in 1980 in East Jerusalem. This ancient family tomb contains several ossuaries or bone boxes with inscriptions that some researchers claim could be linked to Jesus and his family. The discovery sparked intense debate among scholars and the public alike, raising questions about Jesus' life and family that continue to be hotly contested. The search for Jesus' tomb has also led researchers to explore other locations mentioned in biblical and historical texts. The Kidron Valley, just east of Jerusalem's Old City, houses several ancient tombs, including the so-called Tomb of Absalom and the Tomb of Zechariah. While these aren't typically associated with Jesus' burial, they provide valuable insights into the burial practices of the time. As technology advances, so do the methods used in the sacred quest. Researchers now employ ground-penetrating radar, 3D scanning, and advanced dating techniques to uncover hidden chambers and analyze ancient materials. These tools have led to surprising discoveries, such as the revelation of a previously unknown chamber within the Church of the Holy Sepulchre during restoration work in 2016. Despite centuries of searching and the application of cutting-edge technology, the exact location of Jesus' tomb remains a mystery. Each site offers tantalizing clues and raises new questions, keeping the quest alive for future generations of scholars and believers. The search for Jesus' final resting place is more than just an archaeological endeavor. It's a journey that intertwines faith, history, and science, challenging our understanding of one of the world's most influential figures. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of the past, one question looms large: what secrets might still be hidden beneath the stones of Jerusalem? But first, let's talk a bit about the fascinating world of scientific investigation and the surprising discoveries it has brought to light. Where science comes in. The quest to uncover the truth about Jesus' tomb has taken a fascinating turn in recent years, thanks to cutting-edge scientific techniques. These methods have allowed researchers to peer into the past with unprecedented clarity, revealing secrets that have been hidden for centuries. So what exactly have these scientific investigations uncovered, and how have they changed our understanding of this sacred site? One of the most significant breakthroughs came in 2016 when a team of scientists, led by Chief Scientific Supervisor Antonia Moropoulou. Moropoulou is a distinguished chemical engineer and materials scientist renowned for her groundbreaking work in the preservation of cultural heritage. Prior to her involvement with Jesus' tomb, she had already made significant contributions to the restoration of numerous historic sites worldwide. Her expertise in developing innovative materials and techniques for conservation earned her international recognition. Moropoulou's research on the use of nanomaterials in restoration and her development of non-destructive assessment methods revolutionized the field of heritage preservation. Her work on iconic structures like the Acropolis in Athens and medieval churches across Europe showcased her ability to blend cutting-edge science with respect for historical integrity, making her a sought-after expert in the field. Circling back, her team began a restoration project on the Edicule, the small shrine that houses Jesus' tomb within the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. As they carefully removed the marble slabs covering the tomb, they made a shocking discovery: a layer of fill material and the original limestone burial bed where Jesus' body was believed to have been laid. But it didn't stop there. The team collected samples of mortar from different parts of the Edicule for analysis. Using a technique called optically stimulated luminescence, or OSL, they were able to determine when the quartz sediment in the mortar was last exposed to light. This method provided crucial information about the timeline of the tomb's construction and renovations. The results of these tests were nothing short of remarkable. The mortar samples from the southern wall of the cave were dated to around 345 AD, coinciding perfectly with the time when Roman Emperor Constantine ordered the construction of the first church on the site. This discovery provided compelling evidence supporting the traditional belief that this was indeed the location of Jesus' burial. But the scientists weren't content with just dating the original construction. They also analyzed mortar from later periods, including samples from the 11th century when the Edicule was rebuilt following its destruction in 1009. This allowed them to create a detailed timeline of the tomb's history, filling in gaps that had puzzled historians for centuries. Another intriguing find came from the analysis of the tomb's entrance. The mortar here dated back to the 11th century, aligning with historical records of a major reconstruction during this period. But what prompted this renovation, and what might it tell us about the tumultuous history of this sacred site? The scientific investigation extended beyond just dating the mortar. Researchers also used ground-penetrating radar to scan the area around the tomb, revealing hidden chambers and structures that had been lost to time. This technology allowed them to create a detailed 3D map of the site, providing new insights into its layout and construction. One of the most surprising discoveries came when the team opened the tomb itself. For centuries, pilgrims and scholars had wondered what, if anything, remained inside. When the scientists finally peered inside, they found something unexpected: a second marble slab with a cross carved into its surface. This slab, previously unknown to researchers, added yet another layer to the tomb's complex history. But perhaps the most tantalizing find was what the scientists didn't see. Despite centuries of legends and speculation, no physical remains of Jesus were found within the tomb. This absence of evidence has sparked intense debate among scholars. Does it support the Christian belief in resurrection, or does it suggest that this might not be the true burial site after all? The scientific investigation of Jesus' tomb hasn't been limited to just the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Other potential burial sites, such as the Garden Tomb and the Talpiot Tomb, have also been subjected to rigorous scientific analysis. At the Talpiot Tomb, for instance, researchers used DNA testing and statistical analysis to examine the inscriptions on ossuaries found within. These scientific endeavors have revolutionized our understanding of Jesus' burial site, but they've also raised new questions. As technology continues to advance, what other secrets might we uncover? And how might these discoveries challenge or confirm long-held beliefs about one of history's most influential figures? The application of science to this sacred quest has opened up new avenues of investigation, blending faith and empirical evidence in ways that were unimaginable just a few decades ago. It's a testament to human curiosity and ingenuity, driving us to seek answers to questions that have puzzled scholars for millennia. With so many potential burial sites and conflicting theories, how can we untangle the mystery of Jesus' true final resting place? The Tomb Paradox. The search for Jesus' true burial site has led researchers to several locations, each with its own compelling evidence and fervent supporters. This quest has not only challenged long-held beliefs, but also sparked intense debates among scholars, archaeologists, and religious leaders. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre, located in the Christian quarter of Jerusalem's Old City, has long been considered the traditional site of Jesus' crucifixion, burial, and resurrection. Its history dates back to the 4th century, when Roman Emperor Constantine ordered its construction. But what evidence supports this ancient claim? The church's location aligns with historical accounts, placing Jesus' crucifixion at Golgotha, or the Place of the Skull, just outside Jerusalem's city walls. Archaeological excavations have revealed that this area was indeed outside the city limits during Jesus' time, lending credence to the site's authenticity. Inside the church, the edicule, a small shrine, houses what many believe to be Jesus' tomb. Recent scientific studies, including those led by archaeologist Frederick Heibert, have dated mortar samples from the tomb to around 345 AD, coinciding with the church's initial construction under Constantine. This discovery has supported the site's claim as the authentic burial place of Jesus. However, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre isn't without its challengers. One of the most prominent alternative sites is the Garden Tomb, located just outside Jerusalem's Old City walls. Discovered in the 19th century by General Charles Gordon, this site gained popularity among Protestant Christians as a possible location for Jesus' burial. The Garden Tomb features a rock-cut tomb and is situated near a cliff face that some believe resembles a skull, potentially matching the biblical description of Golgotha. Its peaceful garden setting also aligns with gospel accounts of Jesus' burial place. Archaeological investigations have raised doubts about the Garden Tomb's authenticity. Studies suggest that the tomb dates back to the 7th or 8th century BC, making it far too old to be Jesus' burial site. Despite this, the Garden Tomb remains a popular pilgrimage site, valued for its serene atmosphere and symbolic significance. Perhaps the most controversial contender for Jesus' burial place is the Talpiot Tomb, discovered in 1980 in East Jerusalem. This ancient family tomb contained 10 ossuaries with intriguing inscriptions, including Yeshua bar Yehoseph, aka Jesus, son of Joseph and Mary Amera, potentially referring to Mary Magdalene. The Talpiot Tomb gained widespread attention following the 2007 documentary The Lost Tomb of Jesus, produced by filmmaker Simcha Jacobovici and James Cameron. The film suggested that this could be the family tomb of Jesus, containing the remains of Jesus himself, his mother Mary, and other family members. This claim sparked intense debate among scholars and the public. Supporters argue that the combination of names found in the tomb is statistically unlikely to belong to anyone other than Jesus and his family. They point to DNA evidence suggesting that the individuals in the Jesus and Mary Amine ossuaries were not maternally related, potentially supporting the theory that they were husband and wife. However, critics have raised numerous objections to the Talpiot tomb theory. They argue that names like Jesus and Mary were extremely common in 1st century Judea, making the name combinations less significant than claimed. Additionally, many scholars question why Jesus' family, who were from Galilee, would have a family tomb in Jerusalem. The debate surrounding the Talpiot tomb highlights a crucial question in the search for Jesus' burial place. How do we balance archaeological evidence with historical context and religious tradition? Another site that has entered the discussion is the Tomb of the Shroud, located in Jerusalem's Hinnom Valley. While not widely claimed as Jesus' burial site, it has provided valuable insights into 1st century Jewish burial practices. The tomb contained a unique shroud fragment, the only known fragment from the Jerusalem area, dating to the time of Jesus. Analysis of this shroud, led by archaeologist Shimon Gibson, revealed a distinct weave pattern different from the famous Turin shroud. This discovery has shed new light on burial customs during Jesus' time and has prompted researchers to re-examine assumptions about ancient textile production and use in funerary practices. The search for Jesus' tomb has even extended beyond Jerusalem. In the northern Israeli city of Nazareth, Jesus' hometown, archaeologists have uncovered a 1st century house that some believe could have been Jesus' childhood home. While not directly related to his burial, this discovery has added another layer to our understanding of Jesus' life and the historical context of his time. As the quest for Jesus' true burial site continues, researchers are using increasingly sophisticated methods to analyze potential locations. Ground-penetrating radar, 3D scanning technology, and advanced dating techniques are providing new insights into these ancient sites. One intriguing application of technology in this search is the use of statistical analysis to evaluate the probability of various tomb claims. For instance, statistician Andre Feuerwerger conducted a detailed analysis of the names found in the Talpiot tomb, attempting to quantify the likelihood that this combination of names could belong to a family other than Jesus. While his conclusions have been debated, this approach demonstrates the interdisciplinary nature of modern archaeological research. The ongoing search for Jesus' tomb has also raised important questions about the intersection of faith, history, and archaeology. How do we reconcile scientific findings with long-held religious beliefs? And to what extent should archaeological evidence influence our understanding of religious texts and traditions? These questions become particularly deep when considering the reactions of various religious communities to new discoveries. For some, archaeological findings that support traditional beliefs are seen as validating their faith. For others, challenges to long-held assumptions about holy sites can be deeply unsettling. The case of the James ossuary illustrates this very well. This limestone box, inscribed with James, son of Joseph, brother of Jesus, created a sensation when it was unveiled in 2002. If genuine, it could be the earliest known archaeological link to Jesus. However, the ossuary's authenticity has been hotly debated, with some experts claiming it's a modern forgery, while others defend its legitimacy. The James ossuary controversy highlights the high stakes involved in the search for Jesus' tomb and related artifacts. With so much religious and historical significance attached to these discoveries, the pressure to authenticate or debunk claims can be immense. The search has expanded beyond just locating a physical tomb to understanding the broader historical and cultural context of Jesus' life and death. From the traditional site at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre to controversial locations like the Talpiot tomb, each potential burial place of Jesus offers a unique perspective on history, faith, and archaeological investigation. As technology advances and new evidence comes to light, our understanding of these ancient sites continues to evolve. But perhaps the most interesting aspect of this ongoing quest is how it reflects our deep-seated human desire to connect with the past and understand our origins. Whether driven by faith, scientific curiosity, or a combination of both. The search for Jesus' tomb continues to captivate imaginations and spark debates worldwide. Finally, we explore one last question. How have these discoveries and ongoing investigations affected the physical structures and preservation efforts at these sacred locations? The restoration. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre, one of Christianity's most sacred sites, has undergone numerous restorations throughout its long history. But perhaps none have been as revealing or as technologically advanced as the recent project that began in 2016, which we discussed briefly in the beginning of this video. At the heart of this restoration was the edicule, the small shrine within the church that houses what many believe to be Jesus' tomb. Over the years, the edicule had fallen into disrepair. Its marble slabs were cracking, its mortar was crumbling, and there were concerns about its structural integrity. The situation had become so dire that in 2015, Israeli police briefly shut down the church, deeming it unsafe for visitors. Recognizing the urgent need for restoration, the three major Christian denominations that share custody of the church, Greek Orthodox, Roman Catholic, and Armenian Apostolic, set aside their long-standing differences to approve a major renovation project. But how would they approach such a delicate task, balancing the need for preservation with the desire to uncover more about the site's history? One of the most challenging aspects of the restoration was reinforcing the structure without altering its historical character. The team developed an innovative solution. They injected a specially designed mortar into the walls of the edicule, strengthening it from within. This allowed them to preserve the ancient stones while ensuring the structure could withstand the vibrations from the thousands of daily visitors and potential earthquakes. But the restoration wasn't just about preserving the past. It was also about preparing for the future. The team installed a sophisticated monitoring system within the edicule, including sensors to detect shifts in temperature, humidity, and structural integrity. This system will allow conservators to detect and address any issues before they become serious threats to the structure. As the project neared completion, the team faced one final delicate task: resealing the tomb. They carefully replaced the marble slabs, but not before leaving a surprise for future generations. Hidden within the tomb, they placed 2 titanium plates inscribed with details of the restoration work. These time capsules will serve as a record for future researchers, providing valuable information about the state of the tomb in the early 21st century. The restoration of the edicule was completed in March 2017, marking a new chapter in the long history of the sacred site. The project not only ensured the structural stability of the shrine, but also provided unprecedented insights into its construction and history. As visitors now enter the restored edicule, they're not just walking into a beautifully preserved shrine. They're stepping into a place where ancient history and modern science have intersected in remarkable ways. The hidden chamber, now resealed but not forgotten, serves as a reminder of the mysteries that still lie beneath the surface of this most sacred of sites. What other secrets might still be hidden within the walls of this ancient church? And how might future technological advancements further revolutionize our ability to explore and understand such historically significant sites? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you want more from our channel, make sure to subscribe. It only takes a second. And if you want to show your appreciation, smash that like button. See you in the next video.